you? You know, all the icons I know are deeply inspired. Inspired is defined as of extraordinary quality, as if arising from an external creative impulse. Let me say that again, because I think it's really important here. Inspired is defined as of extraordinary quality, as if arising from an external creative impulse. You know, when I first read that, I realized that that's exactly, precisely what icons do. They provide extraordinary quality, extraordinary service, extraordinary work, arising from an external creative idea that they've latched onto, and that makes their business iconic. Now, here's why it's so important. Salespeople will sell or persist until they hear an objection with which they agree. Let me say that again, because it's very important to your ability to be an icon. Salespeople will sell or persist in a sale until they hear an objection with which they agree. And that's about all parts of the sales process, about getting the appointment, making the approach, maybe closing the sale. You will persist until you hear an objection with which you agree. That means you need to be deeply inspired. You need to be able to understand all these problems. And icons know pretty much all the objections and have inspired answers to handling all of them. They've considered all the options, they've done all the homework, and they are ready for anything. That means, of course, that they rarely hear objections with which they agree, because they've researched the product, they've researched the prospect, and they are absolutely convinced of the validity, the veracity, and the value of the recommendations that they are making to this particular prospect or client. They are really inspired, and they can be particularly convincing because they are. This means probably that they're inclined to close the 5 times it takes in order to get most sales, as research tells you we have to do, but also something else, and that's about 3 times more than the average salesperson will even close, well, when they're closing. I just read some information that astonished me. In fact, it turns out that 83% of salespeople never ask for the order, never ask for the sale, even once. Not even one time. How much inspiration do you think there is with those folks? You see, it's crazy if you're not inspired. That's the only way to be an icon. You see, the more inspired you are, you'll be able to help many more people and as many people as possible. The more inspired you are, the more inspiring you will be. The more inspiring you are, the more help you will provide, and the more sales you will make, and everybody wins. It's very important you continue to aim for icon. I'm Jim Ruta. This has been Monday Morning Icon Protocol. I look forward to seeing you again next week.